What nudging technology is everywhere. The speed radar, the electronic gateways in the subway, it's already everywhere. What we now see is a shift from nudging to judging technology. It's not just technology forcing us to do the right thing, it is the technology itself that needs to make a decision on what is now the right thing to do, like automated cars, automated weapons, automated software systems. So we are shifting from nudging to judging technology. I think people fear that there's no human control. And that doesn't mean that the technology is not safer than human beings, I also believe so, but we need to be able to trust the machine before we want to use it. Also, we need to program this machine before any accident happens. And even though they're safer, we will need an answer. How do we program this? Because yes, things will go wrong, like today already a lot of things go wrong with human drivers, but then we need to reflect on, okay, what should we do when it goes wrong? So it's not about which one is more safe, it's about how do we design this in a more responsible way. Well, yeah, hacking is obviously also an issue, but today people also use normal cars, sadly, for terrorist attacks. So I don't really think this increases with autonomous technology. Maybe you could also say that if you can program technology in such a way that it would never can be used for terrorist attacks, that it's more safe than cars today. I think one way to look at it is where does the human task, or the fact that a human being is doing the task, deliver extra value, even when a robot can do this. For instance, taking care of ill people or elderly people is a lot more than giving them medicines or food. It is also attention, spending time with them. And it doesn't make sense to put a robot there as a form of attention. It is the human beings who can give attention. So I think we should look at where does our behavior put an extra value in a task, and where it's just the result that matters. For instance, technology that can drive you somewhere to another place. So we have to look at what brings human value in a task. Well, I'm definitely curious about autonomous technology like planes or cars, because I think it would give us a lot more time when traveling, which we now lose because we have to take an eye on the road. So I think it can also lead it to a more sustainable way of living, because these systems will drive more safely. So I think, yeah, I'm quite excited about those technologies. For instance, drone technology is already used today to microhydrate crops without lose of too much water. So I think, yes, drone technology and robotics can actually help climate change. It's part of the solution. Yeah. Well, the rules of Asimov are a good example of how do we program ethics or deontology in systems. But I think with the systems today, I think more rules will be needed, because we're not there yet that we have robots that can actually make a decision on what is good or bad for a person. And one of the rules of Asimov is that robots never hurt people, but then the robot needs to know what is hurting, what is bad. So you will need more than just a general law. But it's a good example of how you can think of applying values in the development of technology, yes. You can solve this or try to solve this by bringing more people at the table. And not just you as a software company or as a software developer, but also people with a different background, whether it's racial or ethnic or the domain where they work professionally. If you bring diversity at the table, then the data you can feed in the system will also be more diverse.